Okay, now brings up 3rd and 1. Handoff up the middle there. He gets more than enough for the first. Takes a few Jets with him. He's keep driving his feet. He picks up about 6 yards. Nice job there. Time run there by Tyson Brenchley, picking up the first down and picking up a lot of yards after that first touch there. So picks up first down now. We've got 9:39 remaining in the first quarter. St. George Eagles lead the way 7-0. Got a big 70-yard touchdown pass there on their first drive of the game. And now we pick up first down and 10 from the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line. Another run up the middle. This time it's met by a swarm of Jets. Maybe a short gain there, but too many Jets to name. Number 56 there on the play for sure there. That's Torrin. Torrin Vredreveld. Big play there for the Jets. So it brings up second and about 9, maybe closer to 10. So 9.5, we'll say. Shotgun formation. Man in the backfield there for the Eagles. 8:30 remaining in the first quarter. Second down, about 9. Handoff up the middle again. Big hole. Gets met. He falls forward. Gets about 3-4 yards after the first touch. So that's going to be about 3rd down and 5 now for the Eagles. Great run up the middle. That was number 3. I don't have a number 3 on the roster here for the Eagles, so apologies. Not sure who that is, but great run. All right, Eagles now 3rd and 5. Looks like the Jets are bringing heat and it either cause movement or something, but I don't think if it is a 5-yard penalty in favor of the Eagles, I do not think it'll be enough for the first down. So I don't know if they drew them offsides or what the call will be here, but he definitely crossed the line, and I think it might have caused them to move. We'll see if they're looks like they're causing false start there on the Eagles. Kind of surprising to me, but I'm not as familiar with the rules as I probably should be here. He definitely caused him to jump, so I don't think he was simulating the snap or anything like that, so he was just being aggressive and kind of crossing the line. And he didn't hit anybody or make any contact, so I can see the call there. So now it brings up 3rd and 10 for the Eagles here. 7:55 remaining in the first quarter. The Eagles lead the way 7-0. Looks like we have a timeout on the field. So we'll keep it here, but obviously we'll be right back. Beautiful mountains here of Ogden, Utah. As you can see the freshly, the BL there standing for Ben Lomond up on the hill. The Ogden Canyon just over the ridge there. It's becoming a beautiful autumn time. It's been raining pretty nonstop here. I'm not sure. I'm indoors right now, but it is pretty cold. A lot of people wear jackets. So it's definitely jacket weather here in Ogden, sitting at 4,422 feet above sea level. And it looks like the mountains might be getting a little snow up there near Snow Basin Resort. And obviously the leaves are changing. Beautiful weather, beautiful scenery here at Ben Lomond High. So timeout on the field, 7:55 remaining in the first quarter. 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles when we get back to play here. Now it looks like the teams are getting ready to get set. I'm not sure. Maybe they changed the call there. So now it will be 3rd and very short. So they changed the call to offsides, not. It looks like they're giving them the first, though, which is interesting to me. So went from 3rd and 10 to 1st and 10. So I don't know if the timeout was whether that was an official timeout or what they were doing there, but they called false start originally, and then it looks like they might have switched their call to be an offsides and then still give them the first down where it seemed like maybe that wasn't going to quite be enough for the first. But I'm right here. They're down on the field. They know better. So looks like a little stall here in the game still as the officials communicate with the coaches what's going on. And now it looks like we're about to get back to play. All right, clock is winding. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. as they do an option play. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He still pitches it outside. Looked kind of iffy, but wow, what a turnout of a play. Turns into about a 20-yard gain from the 40 of one side all the way up to the 40 of the other side. Again, that's number 3 there by the Eagles. Not sure who it is, not on the roster, but what a great play. What a great read by the quarterback. Sees that the defense gets in the backfield very quickly, and then he didn't want to pitch it to his running back, but he continued with the play, got a couple yards, and they ran the option pretty well. Well, he still got that ball outside. Looked kind of like a maybe not quite the fundamental type of play that you'd want from a pitch on an option, but he still got it there, and great turnout of a play. Now it looks like we do have a false start there on the offense, so that'll bring them back 5 yards, and it'll be first down and 15 here for the Eagles. Eagles lead the way 7-0 here with 7:12 left in the first quarter. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Excited to have you here. My name is Jared Christensen, not the best of pronouncing names. So feel free to get mad at me. All right, first and 15 here. Some nice pressure there from the Jets. They throw it underneath over across the middle and met with a nice hard hit there by number 6, Farron Hardy. Gain of about 6 on the play, maybe 5. That'll bring up second down in about 9 or 10 here with 6:46 remaining in the first quarter. On the reception for the Eagles was Asher Young on the underneath pass there. Rolling out way to his right. Looks like he's looking, tries to throw it across his body, takes a hit in so doing. Doesn't quite make it to his target, but that'll stop the clock and bring up third down and 10 for the Eagles here with 6:24 remaining in the first quarter. Eagles lead 7-0. Okay, looks like it's second down maybe. Might have missed something. Oh, they just switched it to third. Okay. Ooh, looks like they're bringing some heat off the edge there. Number 50 for the Jets was coming hot. Bryce Hughes was coming in hot, but quickly adjusted. Oh, fumbled the snap. Looks like he's got somebody. He's going to roll out and try to throw it. He finds his guy. Oh, he gets the first down. Great throw there by the quarterback. Threw it way across his body while he was running to the left. He threw it all the way to the middle of the field. Big catch there by number 17 for the Eagles. That's Gabriel Dwalbali. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I just pronounced it the way that the PA announcer here in the stadium said it. So my apologies. I'm not saying names very well today. That's not my strong suit. Yeah, Dwalaby. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, first down. First down and 10 for the Eagles. They look to hand it off up the middle. Finds a hole. He gets outside, and he gets hit pretty hard there. Great run there. Brought down by number, looks like 30 there for the Jets. That's Devon Harvey. On the carry there was number 16, James Stephanie Fiame, excuse me. Wow, I need to increase the font size on this. Guess I'm to that age. Okay. Second down and about 5 here for the Eagles. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Looking to the outside on a screen pass. Oh, very highly throw ball. Kind of set his receiver up to be hit pretty hard. Big play there, big tackle there by Hunter Bell for the Jets. Great catch, though, still. Gabriel Dwalaby, I believe, was on the reception there. It might have been number 14, Asher Young. Not quite sure. But either way, great catch and took a hard hit for a loss on a reception there. So now it's about 3rd and 8, 4:28 remaining. Getting pressured, hard hit there, and we might have a scoop 6 here for the Ogden Jets. What a big hit, taking it all the way to the house right here. No flags down. I don't see it anywhere, and the Jets get back on the board. 6-7, big-time touchdown, 4:13 remaining in the first quarter, and what a hit from that pressure edge rusher there. And that's one thing that the Jets know that they've got is a solid defensive line right there, and they sure brought the heat there. Great blitz package on a big play for the Jets. Now the defense has got them on the board, 6-7, bring in the field goal unit. What a big touchdown run. I believe that was Cameron Stimson, number 23 for the Jets, taking it all the way to the house. He was able to pick it up, trying to see who the caused fumble was there. But wow, what a big play. Everything happened so quickly. We don't have instant replay, but man, what a play for the Jets. Clutch play as they go for this extra point. Looks like it's up and good. We have a tie ball game, 7-7 with 4:13 remaining in the first quarter. Jets strike back as the Eagles were trying to put it in and get a 2-point score. The Jets brought a rush on the edge, hit the quarterback on his blind side. He fumbled the ball, picked it up, took it all the way to the house, as you just saw. What a great play there for the Jets defensively. And that's something to be excited about. Bring some life of energy here into the Jets, and maybe we'll see some more. Great play. 4:13 left in the game. Not in the game, in the first quarter. I'm ready to clock out, apparently. Wow. That was pretty awesome. Cameron Stimson, 23 out of Roy, Utah, Roy High School. Great play there. Great awareness. Way to see that ball. Great overall team play there. Great blitz. Great hit that caused the fumble, and then a great scoop and score. Great awareness all around. Jets are on the board now, 7-7. 4:13 left in the first quarter as we're set for kickoff right now. Two Eagles are deep. Kind of a low and wobbly ball goes into the end zone, and that is a touchback. So the Eagles will have another shot at it. They've had a couple good drives. First series of the game, they got a 70-yard touchdown pass on I think it was a second or third down. Coming up with a big conversion there. And now here, as they were making their way down the field, kind of chipping away into that end zone, the Jets came up with a big play defensively and got that scoop score. So we're going to see kind of a rematch of those two teams that were just out there when that all happened. So let's see if the Jets can bring that same intensity and keep battling like they have been. So we'll see how the Eagles respond right now. 4:13 remaining in the first quarter. 7-7 is the score. Shout out to Jonah doing that camera work up there. Okay, handoff up the middle again. Number 16 picking up 10, almost 15 yards there. Big play there for number 16, James Stefani Fiami. Out of Kahuku, Hawaii. So 3:55, time's ticking. Eagles picking up the first down with a 15-yard rush up the middle. Time screen pass to the outside. Bubble screen. Cuts back up the middle. Had help there for block. Picks up about 6-7 yards. Another run up the middle, met by some Jets immediately, but he's getting around outside of him, and the Jets just are not letting him get that outside edge as he picks up a loss on the down, looking for a call from the ref like it might have been a horse collar or maybe face mask. Looked clean for me, but getting competitive out there. Looks like teams are getting a little chippy with each other and ready to go. It's always good to see that competitiveness right now. So 7-7 is the score, 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. We've got ourselves a third down and about 6 for the Eagles right now. Lining up, strong left. Strong right, excuse me. Catches the outside will route there. Number 0 picking up the first and more. Finally crosses almost midfield. Brought down pretty aggressively after the first down. Number 0, that's Trayvon Ward, Sunrise Mountain, Nevada. He battled his way all the way for the first. Great play there. Great. He was battling the whole time from catch. He caught it about line of scrimmage and was able to make his way all the way up and get that first down and then some. So ball's placed at midfield right now. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first quarter, as the Eagles are now looking to get into the Jets territory. All they need is a few inches to get into the territory. I'm sure they could go for more here if they want. Obviously, they don't want just inches is the point of what I'm saying. So bubble screen tipped. Oh, great play there. They read it. Looks like it was brought down. I think that was number 6, Farron Hardy there on the tip pass. There, he's reading that bubble screen pretty good and was able to jump up and knock it down. So they're starting to read some of these bubble screens here. The Jets are. So I'm sure the Eagles have a counter for the when it's being read so quickly like that from the defense. So we'll see what they've got. Might just be a counter play to the opposite side of the field or just a QB sneak up the middle. See what they've got. But 2nd and 10 here with 1:40 left in the first quarter. Clock stopped until it starts now with the play. Felt they had the guy on the side. Oh, great defensive play there. Number 1 there, Hunter Bell. Great play. Thrown up high. Intended, I believe, was number 19 there. Caleb Paul for the Eagles. But Hunter Bell was there to knock that ball down. Great defensive play. He read that all the way, followed it, and it was even a ball thrown pretty high to that tall receiver on the side, but Hunter Bell was able to get up there and take it down. Another long pass. This one is nearly intercepted. Would have been picked off there by number 30, Devon Harvey, had it not been tipped down. So kind of a defensive play there by the offense as they saw that it might have been intercepted. So he was able to jump up in there and knock it down. So great awareness there by Asher Young, realizing the ball wasn't really catchable for him, but still made an attempt on it to knock it down and make it so that the Eagles did not get that interception. So now it's 4th and 10. It looks like the Eagles are bringing out the punt squad here as they're located right at midfield at the 50-yard line with 1:28 remaining in the first quarter. And it looks like it's starting to rain pretty good again here in Ogden, Utah. Jets were bringing the heat. Looks like the ball might have slipped off the punter's foot. That was so close to hitting one of the Jets players, but it looks like it's going to get down at about the 13-yard line. 1:18 remaining in the first quarter as the Jets come out to have their first offensive series here in quite a while. Hoping to get some first downs here moving. They've had a lot of opportunities. They've tried to get that ball downfield and find their guy, but a couple things just haven't added up, whether the quarterback was being rushed and he had to throw the ball sooner, or just, miscommunication. But a couple times where the Jets had looked deep and had their guy, but the ball just didn't quite make it there or went too far being rushed. So let's see if the Jets can find a way to get the offensive rhythm going here with 1:17 left in the first. Number 2, Austin Herbert lining up at quarterback. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. 2 running backs in the backfield, 5-man offensive line front. Looks like the Eagles are bringing quite a few players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people there as they run the ball up the middle. And they get a loss of about 3 or 4 yards. So now the ball is going to be about the 10 or 11-yard line when they started it at the 14. So looks like it's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4. So that'll bring up second down in about 4 or 13. Time is ticking. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. The score is tied 7-7 here in Ogden, Utah at Ben Lomond High School. Okay, looks like incomplete pass there. 34 seconds left in the first quarter, and we're going to have a third down and long from the 10-yard line. I think if you're the Jets here, you might be just trying to do do something to get some yards here. That's the last thing you want to do, especially since the last time you punted, you had a lot of pressure there from the Eagles. Definitely just want to get a few yards here, even if it's just to make sure you're not punting out of your end zone. I mean, obviously you want to go for that first, but sometimes you got to just get something. So I'm assuming they're going to take a few guys deep, look for the guy deep, but then maybe throw it underneath on a delayed slant route or something like that, just to get some yards, even if it's underneath. So we'll see what happens here. 5-man front. Looks like they're bringing 5 or 6 guys from the Eagles. So passes to the underneath, and we get some yards here. Oh, big time catches. He takes a bunch of hits, gets all the way almost up to the first down. He might even have enough there. Big play there, number 19, Dasani Ross. Big catch, big play, and he got a lot of yards after that first contact. So he battled his way. You could tell he was probably the bigger guy of all of them. It looks like that does move the chains. First down for the Jets here, as time's probably going to end here in the first quarter. So not 8 seconds left in the first. This might be the end of the first. 7-7 is the score here in Ogden at the end of the first quarter. It is now officially the end of the first. So we're going to switch sides of the field. I'll take a quick beverage drink and I'll be right back on. 7-7 is the score, end of one. So as you can see, that's the weather moving in here. So it is moving in. Mountains are getting covered with the clouds, and that's the first step to a nice downpour. So dealing with some weather conditions here. Beautiful day for a football game. Most of the fans are sitting in the section that is sheltered or covered here, is where everybody's kind of packing up because it is coming down in rain now. So far, a pretty competitive game here in after the first quarter. The Jets hoping to get it moving offensively and get some momentum going there, as they do pick up that first down on a nice 3rd and long play, and that ended the first quarter. So now we have a first down and 10 from the 25-yard line, their own 25-yard line, as we start off the second quarter. So let's get going with the second quarter. How about that? All right. Little wheel route pass to the outside. Big time play, big time block. Gets all the way up, picks about 6 yards there. Number 21 there for the Jets. That's Logan Heyer, freshman. He played at Syracuse High School here in Syracuse, Utah. So a big time play there. Picking up. It looks like they got about 7 yards on the play. So that'll be second and 3. And he's pretty stoked. He had a nice fan club here. So Syracuse is located pretty close by. So obviously he's going to have some fans here cheering for him. He's getting pretty stoked. Nice breath of fresh air there for that sideline. It's fun to see these guys having a good time out here. Very competitive football, and it's fun to see them having fun. So love to see it. Love to see it. All right, second and about 3, 14:26 left in the second quarter. And we got shotgun formation again. 3 receivers at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom, 1 running back in the backfield. Pass over the middle, caught right through the middle. That's your number 19, Dasani Ross there for the Jets, picking up another first down on a good, nice long pass play. That looks like about a 12-yard pass play there over the middle. So they're finding that rhythm that we were talking about, or that I was talking about. Not we. I don't have anybody here with me. But as I was talking about earlier, little rhythm going for the Jets right now. So it's good to see their offense clicking. And, once you can get either the run or the pass game going, it just helps the other one go. It's kind of everybody knows, all football fans know, that's what you need to do. Get a balanced offense going. One opens up the other. So now we got 2 running backs in the backfield. Oh, nice little screen pass over the top. Nearly picked off there, but great play holding on to the football. It was nearly picked off. Jackson Watson picking it up on a great screenplay. A lot of misdirection there. He confused me what he was doing. I thought he was lost, but he found a way to get the ball in there. The defense did see that it was a screen pass, but he got the ball just over his head, high enough that he couldn't catch it. And then the Jets still pick up about 4 yards on the play. So 2nd and 6 with about 13:05 left in the second quarter. Jets coming out for their second down play, getting that rhythm going. Handoff up the middle now this time. Big time play. He takes a bunch of guys with him. That might even be enough for the first, but it looks like they're marking him a couple yards shy. Anthony Wilson there on the carry there for the Jets. He's from Carbon High School in Price, Utah. Right, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 3 with 12:20 remaining in the second quarter. Two receivers on either side of the field. We have a flag down. Looks like that might have been a defensive encroachment or offsides there. So we're able to get that first down there for the Jets from the mistake of the Eagles. So now 1st and 10 from looks like the 43-yard line, 11:58 remaining in the second quarter. 7-7 is the score. Jets now in Eagles territory. Snap is a little high. Great protection as he slings that to the outside. Looks like maybe a little miscommunication and maybe a rushed quarterback as he ended up on the ground there. Taking the hit there from Logan Judd there, North Summit High School in Utah. Number 2 on the pass there was Austin Herbert, quarterback there for the Jets, and it looks like they might have called a timeout. So I think that's the Jets' first timeout. So they take a timeout here. 11:45 remaining in the second quarter. The score is tied up 7-7. When we come back from timeout, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Jets. Okay, we're back. 2nd and 10 here for the Jets from the 43-yard line of the Eagles. 7-7 in the second quarter. Handoff up the middle. Met immediately in the backfield, and he's still on his feet, somehow managing, but a swarm of Eagles. Maybe it would have been a little better if he hadn't battled, but met there immediately by number 54, Brock Threll from Viewmont High School here in Utah. Playing for the Eagles. Great defensive play. He just wrapped him. That's the definition of wrapping. He wrapped him and held on, didn't let go, and then waited for his team to come help him. So great play there, but they stopped him. They didn't take all those yards off that he battled for. So it is a loss of yards of about 2 or 3. So 3rd and 12 is what it's saying on the scoreboard for the Jets here, as we have a 3rd down and long. 11:03 remaining in the second quarter. Throwing it deep. Nearly intercepted, and that was a great pass. Ended up hitting the receiver in the hands, but I think he was a little thrown off because there was 2 defenders reading the pass too and going after it, and I think he might have thought they were going to get it. So now we bring up a 4th and about 12 with 10:55 remaining in the second quarter. We have a tie game, and it looks like they are bringing out the punter there. I think that's number 14, Walter Hendricks for the Jets from Kuna, Idaho, out of Kuna High School, I believe. So he's going to be punting from the 42-yard line. And again, I'm sure with hopes of trapping the Eagles deep in their own territory. Maybe they have a fake up their sleeve too. I doubt that when it's 4th and 12 or 13. So offense got a little momentum going there, but then they stalled out. Kind of a low punt. And it does get a favorable roll, but this time it's down to about the 19-yard line. So still in the red zone there for the Eagles. 10:54 remaining in the second quarter, and we still are tied at 7-7. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Now they're looking to get some offense going here. After they got a touchdown and were driving all the way down the field to put it in again, and after they got stopped there with that big play there by the Jets where they made him fumble and scooped it and took it to the house, and then they came out and had an offensive stall where they ended up having to punt, and now they're looking to capitalize on that momentum. Or it looks like the ball slipped out. Looks like the Eagles fell on it, though. So big-time play there. Great awareness for the Eagles is the big boy there. I think number 77, Kimo Lopati, fell on the ball. Might have been Bradley Coleman, one of the big linemen, because they have a couple. So 10-12 left in the second quarter here. 7-7 is the score. We have about a 2nd and 8. I think it's 2nd and 7. Another handoff up the middle. Oh, wow. Big time hit there. Number 4, Darian Harrison for the Eagles just met the guy almost in the backfield. Great initial contact, being in the place at the right time. But Darian Harrison seemed to just kind of maybe go through him there. So the Jets have the Eagles have a 3rd and 1 now, 9:30 left in the second quarter, and it's 3rd down and 1 from their own, looks like the 26-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Looks like he gets the 1st down on about a 2-yard gain. So they move the sticks and get that momentum going a little bit there. On the ball carry there, I think, is Darian Harrison once again. So 9:05 remaining in the second quarter. 7-7 is the score. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. From their own, looks like it's the 32-yard line. Man in motion. Nice pitch. Cuts back to the backside. Picks up a couple yards there. Looked kind of meant to be jet sweep, but he saw a little bit more green grass on the backside of the play, so he cut back and picked up a few yards on the play. Looks like it's about 4-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 6 here for the Eagles with 8:15 remaining in the second quarter. 7-7 is the score. Another run up the middle. This time met by a swarm of Jets. I think the first one that got him was Colby Flint there for the Jets. Stopped him there, and only a gain of 1 on that play. So it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 5 here for the Eagles here from their own 38-yard line. 7:47 remaining in the second quarter. Score is tied 7-7. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and, it says 5, but I think it's closer to 4 yards now at this point. So at least from my angle, which is pretty similar to the camera angle. So big 3rd down. Looks like the Jets are bringing a big blitz. They do a handoff up the middle, and it looks like the Jets swarmed and tackled him in the backfield, maybe even a loss of yards on the play. So that might bring out the punt unit there for the St. George Eagles as they're, at about the 30. Looks like they're marking him as a gain. So it looks like he might have gained a yard and then he got hit. So they're giving him, the forward progress. So you got a yard or 2. Now it's going to be 4th and about 3 as they try to do the up the middle. Looks like they're throwing a flag. I'm not sure if it's an assist either runner or what. We'll see what this call is here, but that was, I believe, a 4th down and 2, even though the yard marker says 2nd down. Not sure why it says 2nd. But it looks like they are calling something on the Eagles. So illegal procedure. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So now that'll be 4th and about 7 now at this point. So we'll see if they choose to go for it again. I think they're trying to quickly catch the Jets off guard by getting a quick play in since it was only a few yards, and they probably thought they could get that push up the middle. But yeah, now it's going to be 4th and looks like 7 with 6:54 remaining in the half. 7-7 is the score. It's going to be interesting to see. It doesn't look like they're bringing in any new personnel, so the clock is now winding. And it looks like they are bringing in the punt unit now. So we'll see what happens here. As the Jets are swapping out players too, and it looks like set to receive that kick for the Jets is number 19, Dasani Ross. Caught a couple passes today so far. So 6:25 remaining in the half. 7-7 is the score, and the Eagles are punting on 4th and 7. Blocked this time. Great defensive play there by the Jets, and it looks like he kicked the ball. That's a flag. They threw it. So that's going to be a big-time play. Wow, the Jets' defense and special teams are coming up big right now as that block punt is going to definitely put them really close to the end zone here with 6:12 remaining in the second quarter. 7-7 is the score. So after that kick got blocked, the punter ran over there, and I don't know, maybe he didn't realize it was a penalty. I think he was just trying to get the ball out of there. So, the Jets maybe couldn't pick it up and take it to the house. So he was just trying to get the ball out of bounds. And I believe that is a penalty. I'm not sure what the penalty is, so we'll see what they call it here. Illegal touch, I think, on the punter, I think is what it is. Something like that. So illegal kicking of the ball. And that's a loss of down. So doesn't even matter because it would have been the Jets' ball anyway. But now the Jets have the ball at about the 14-yard line. So it'll be first down and goal for the Jets from the Eagles' 14-yard line. 7-7 is the score, and the Jets are really hoping to capitalize here and maybe take a lead into the locker room here at halftime, as they've definitely been making it difficult for the Eagles to do their thing here. That with the defensive touchdown earlier, and now with a special teams block punt. Coming out here, number 22 on the run to the outside. Spins after he gets hit initially. It looks like it's going to be no gain. Number 22, Jed Adams on the carry there out of Ben Lomond High School. So this is maybe where he played some of his high school games, is in this very stadium. So looks like we have an encroachment on the defense offside. So that was kind of a free play anyway. So now it'll be first down and 10, or excuse me, first and 5 from like the 9-yard line. So 5:59 remaining in the half. The score is tied 7-7. Jets threatening to put the ball in the end zone now after that block punt. Here we go. So the first score for the Jets came on a defensive touchdown. Quarterback sack, fumble kind of thing, scoop and score when they were deep in the red zone. Threatening to score, the Jets stopped them and got that touchdown. So now the Jets are here in the end, in the red zone on the 9-yard line, first and 5. Steps back to pass, finds a man over, tips it nearly, like that was potentially interceptable. Pass intended there for number 7, Parker Dumas, from Capitol High School in Boise, Idaho. Hit him in the hands, but he had to jump a little bit, and I can see why that would have been a tough ball to catch, because it's also wet out there. So, okay, now we have 2nd and 5 from the 9, 5:40 remaining in the half. Score is still 7-7 either team. As Austin Herbert brings in the play call from the sidelines here. Let's see what we've got for a 2nd down and 5 play here. 3 receivers on the top of your screen. 1 running back in the backfield, and then we have our receiver on the right. Another screen pass over the top. This time it was tipped by the Eagles, but still caught, and it looks like it's a touchdown there for the Jets. Big-time throw, big-time catch, great defensive play, but that's number 15, Jackson Watson there for the Ogden Jets, taking the lead by 6. 13-7 is the score, 5:34 remaining in the half, and the Jets have the lead as they bring out the field goal unit. Number 16, I believe Ethan Barber, set to kick that through the uprights, and Hunter Bell is the holder here. Good snap, good hold. Looks like that's up through the uprights. So now we have a 14-7 game. The Jets take the lead after a blocked punt, put them deep in enemy territory. And they're able to seal the deal there on 3rd down and 5 from the 9-yard line on a 9-yard pass that was it was tipped by the Eagles, but landed right into the hands of Jackson Watson to get that touchdown. So our 2 touchdowns on the day for the Jets have been that pass that you just saw, Jackson Watson, thrown by Austin Herbert, a 9-yard pass. And then the first one was I think about a 65 or 70-yard scoop score on a sack, like a strip sack in the backfield. Number 23, Cameron Stimson, was able to scoop it up and score. So now we have kickoff team out here on the field for the Jets as they lead 14-7 here with 5:34 remaining in the first half. Got 3 deep return men there for the Eagles. 3 playing kind of midway back, and then the other 5 up front. Kind of a squabble kick there to the middle, and it looks like they're going to field it at about, and then they faked a reverse. So great play, faked out the Jets. It looks like these guys might, there's a flag thrown all the way back there. It might be an illegal block, but what a run all the way to the end zone. And that fake reverse faked me out, so I can see why that would fake anybody out. But what a play there. He's really excited, and I think he's going to be slightly upset to see that there is a holding. Yep, holding. Looks like they're calling a holding. What a great run, though. What a great play. I like that play call. Kind of make him think that there's going to be something going on, and he just faked it to him, and then he just had his wheels going already. It made the Jets kind of stop in their tracks, and he got them on their heels and was able to sneak past them as a result. What a great run there. So I don't know if that's a re-kick or what happens if it's just assessed from the spot. I believe it's just assessed from the spot, so we'll have first down. Oh, they might be just re-kicking. Looks like, nope, they're not. So I'm thinking that might have been Trayvon Ward that had that big run there on the kick return. So 5:19 remaining in the half. The score is 14-7. The Jets leading the way. Okay, so it looks like it is first down and 10 from the 27-yard line. And the Eagles look to get some offense going now. It's been kind of tough for them ever since they were threatening there in the red zone and had that strip sack that turned into a scoop score for the Jets. Now they're looking to get stuff going as he throws it over the middle. Had his guy intercepted, though. What a great defensive read there. That's number 30, Davion Harvey, that's taken that all the way over. Wow, what a great play out of Roy High School. He just read that the whole way, and he acted like he was a receiver on the play. It's kind of like they meant to throw it to him is what it seemed like. I mean, I know that it wasn't, but what a great defensive play there. So the Eagles can't quite get anything going. I like the play call. I like them looking deep, but the Jets were just there, and they read it. So Devon Harvey, big-time interception, and then yards after the interception, he probably picked up about 23 or so yards after he intercepted it. And now Austin Herbert's bringing the play call in as the offense breaks the huddle. And we'll start out first down and 10 from the 42-yard line with 5:07 remaining in the half. Jets hoping to get more points on the scoreboard before halftime. He looked for the bubble screen and faked it, and then he's throwing it outside. Oh, nearly had him there. Great defensive play. Now this time it's intercepted there by the Eagles as he's taking it all the way down, and a big offensive lineman makes the tackle on the play. But great defensive play there by the Eagles. Trying to see what number that is, but back, I think that's Caleb Lovelace de la Mora, number 18, safety there out of Cottonwood High School here in Utah. Big-time interception there as it was tipped by the receiver that was trying to catch it and the defender that was guarding him. They both went for the ball, played it, and it tipped it, and it basically landed right in the hands, as you all saw, of Lovelace de la Mora, and he picks up a few yards after that play. So I kind of like the play calling where they're trying to get some points on the board, but it's definitely coming with a risk. And now the Eagles, after a couple plays, have the ball on the 35-yard line. So all is said and done, after the 2-play difference, the Eagles gained about 8 yards total from where they're starting 2 plays ago and had the ball. Okay, 4:53 remaining. It looks like the rain's starting to come down pretty good now. 4:53 remaining in the first half. 14-7 is the score. The Jets leading the way after a scoop score and then a blocked punt that ended up a touchdown a few plays later. So now they do a line read, and they met a wall of Jets defenders. He was able to get away from that, but then another level of defense came through and was able to make the big play. It's good to see these guys getting excited there, as the defender that made the play there is number 6, Farron Hardy, out of Maple Mountain High School in Spanish Fork, Utah. So that brings up a third down and second and about 11, 4:25 remaining, and the clock is ticking right now, remaining in the first half. So 14-7 is the score as the rain starts to come down. Pass through the middle slant. You can see it's starting to play a little, have some effect on this passing game. The clock is stopped at 4:16 now with that incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Eagles. 14-7 again is the score. Jets leading the way. The defensive score, and then they just had an offensive pass score after a blocked punt. So getting a little momentum going here for the Jets. They got an interception, then they just threw one. So back-to-back interceptions, 2 plays in a row. Eagles have the ball now. 3rd down, 11 as they choose to run the ball up the middle. It looks like it's getting tough to throw the ball with this weather right now, as I've seen a few more drops here in the last 10 minutes than I think I saw the whole beginning of the game. So interesting to see. But yeah, they are bringing out the punt unit, as it is going to be about 4th and 8 or 6, 7, we'll say, with 3:47 remaining in the second half, and the time is running right now, as it is 4th down. So back to return now is number 19, Dasani Ross. Last time we saw these 2 units in, the Jets were able to get through and get that punt blocked. Ooh, another near block. This time it bounces right into the returner's hands as he makes one guy miss and another guy miss, and he might have the edge there. One guy to beat. He gets brought down. No, great tackle there. Number 52 on the Eagles. What a great stop there. That is Joseph Scorsone out of Grantsville, Utah. Great play there, though. I think that's good heads up, because that ball would have kept rolling had number 19, Dasani Ross, not chosen to pick it up. He picked it up and ended up getting a few yards after, making a couple guys miss, and still, was able to get outside. If he would have made one more guy miss, he probably would have got another 10, 15 yards, maybe even a touchdown. So great awareness there. I like the play call, or excuse me, the decision that he made. So now the Jets back out. We got 3 minutes, 17 seconds left in the half. 14-7 is the score, as the Jets are just getting everything tidied up before they start down on 1st and 10. Austin Herbert in the backfield sends Hunter Bell in motion, and we pitch it to the outside. Number 33 immediately met by defenders, but still was able to get some yards out of that. That's Preston Arambell, freshman there from Mountain Crest High School, Hiram, Utah. So a great run, way to pick up some yards, even though you're being chased. As soon as you got the ball, he was running. He was running from his defense that was already in the backfield there. So it looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 8 with 2:50 remaining in the first half, and time is ticking. And there is a 2-minute warning in college football now. So they will have a 2-minute warning, and it looks like the Jets still have 2 timeouts. Either team has 2 timeouts. Jets lead 14-7 with 2:35 left in the first half. This time a bubble screen finds Hunter Bell on the outside as he's trying to make a few plays, gets upfield and is really close to the first, but that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 1 or 2 with 2:20 left in the half. And I'll be interested to see if they try to get a playoff before we go into the 2-minute warning, or if they're just going to let it run down. It looks like they've just chosen to let it run. So we will have a 2-minute warning, and when we get back from the 2-minute warning, it'll be about 3rd down and 2. 2 minutes left in the half, and the Jets lead the way 14-7. So they're looking at a 3rd down and 2 when we get back. Okay, just to recap the scoring so far, Eagles have about a 70-yard touchdown pass there at the beginning of the game to start the scoring, getting that first 7 on the board. Since then, it's been the Jets. So the Jets were able to get a strip sack that turned into a scoop score for about a 65 yards there. And then they've also put it in after a block punt. So Jets offense has put it in once, defense has put it in once, and now here we are, 3rd down and 2 with 2 minutes left in the first half. As the Jets are looking to convert here as they get the team to jump off sides, but they didn't touch anybody. So it looks like they're still trying to do a hard count, made an adjustment there. 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Looks like he's looking for that slant pass over the middle there, and it looks like he was rushed, and now we're going to have a 4th down and long with 4th down and short with 1:56 remaining, and I doubt they're going to try to go for it on 4th now. Passes intended for 23, Gavin Simpson. 3rd down and 2. 4th down and 2 here for the Jets. 1:56 remaining in the half. Looks like they do have the the punt unit out. Nice long punt there. Oh, he fumbled it. Looks like the Jets might have recovered. Oh, no. Looks like the Eagles got it. So great awareness there by number 17, Gabriel Dualaby for the Eagles. 1:48 remaining in the half. The score is 14-7. Jets leading the way over the Eagles. As the Eagles will start on offense with on their own 11-yard line here late in the first half. Sure, this offense is looking to get something going here, as it's been a while after that big conversion on 3rd down that got them the 70-yard touchdown run. Then the next series they were making their way down the field and threatening to score when the strip sack scoop score happened. And now it's been tough to get things going here for the Eagles ever since. So 1:48 remaining. Let's see if the Eagles can get something going here on offense here late in the half as they're looking to the outside. Big time catch. Ooh, as he looked like he was about to go out of bounds, but now he's playing like back. Holy moly, what is going on here? He kind of runs backwards, and now he's running forward again. Big time play, trying to make something happen is Gabriel Dualaby. 1:30 remaining in the half, picking up, looks like it was a few yards at least. So it looks like it was about a gain of, they gave him a 1st down, so gain of about exactly 10. 120 times ticking. They're stepping back. He's looking to the outside. Great catch there. Great hit after the play, and he's still driving his feet. Big time play there. Asher Young there for the Eagles. The Eagles are coming up big here, getting some momentum going, getting things clicking here in this 2-minute offense. We have 1:08 remaining until the time sets. It looks like they are going to wind the clock. They are winding the clock. So 1:07 time's ticking, and timeout's called on the field. Looks like the Jets called a timeout to catch their breath real quick. As the Eagles are definitely running a really getting some momentum going here with that 2-minute offense. So great plays there to either side of the field, making it quick too. So 1:04 remaining in the half is the time remaining. 14-7 is the score. Jets leading the way here as the first half's winding down. It will be a 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Okay, we're back. I just got an update. It is raining pretty aggressively out there on the field. As we've had some pretty continuous rain here in the area. A lot of the Little League games here in the area were canceled I think all of them, all the Little League football. So third bubble screen to the outside on first down, and immediately met by the Jets. Did not get out of bounds, so the time's still rolling. 55 seconds left in the half. 2 timeouts left for the Eagles. So interesting to see what they do here, as it is now second down and 10. So they are just sticking with the hurry up offense. They're not calling any timeouts quite yet, but it is second down and about 10 still. 42 seconds is when the ball was snapped. Looking to the middle of the field, has his guy. Big, deep catch down to the 29-yard line. Great catch there by number 14, Asher Young. And now 33 seconds, and the clock is still going right now. The clock is still going as they spot the ball at the 30-yard line, and the Eagles are looking to put some points on the board before halftime here. Ball to the outside. It looks like he caught it. We'll see if they're calling it. So the stopping the clock, he caught it at the 22-yard line. So now the Eagles are all the way down to the 22-yard line with 19 seconds left in the second quarter. Wouldn't be surprised to see if the Eagles keep with the second, with this hurry up offense after the quarter. How it's working very well for him right now. So the Eagles, he's looking to his man out deep. Looks like intercepted there. Oh, nearly intercepted there, right into the hands of number 41, Colby Flint. So great defensive play, being in the right place at the right time. Would have been a little sweeter had you been able to bring that in. But as I mentioned before, it is raining pretty hard down there. So it can be tough to hold on to those balls. All right, but that does stop the clock at 14 seconds left. So second down and 10 from the 21-yard line, I think is where they formally spotted it. So second down and 10 from the 21 with 14 seconds left. Jets leading the way 14-7 as he does a screen pass over the middle, and he has keeps his feet driving, and the clock is going to still go. I'm sure they're going to try to call a timeout, but it's 6 seconds left. So it'll be interesting to see if they try to squeeze in one more play with this much time, or if they're going to try to kick a field goal. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. But there is 6 seconds left in the first half. The Jets leading the way 14-7, hoping to hang on here and come up with one of those defensive stops that they've done here so far today. Local time is 4:15 p.m. here in Utah. Okay, 6 seconds. Let's see what they choose to do. It looks like they might try to squeeze another play in and make it quick. So I think they're probably going to try to work a corner route, get it in the touchdown. And if they don't see anything, end the ball quick or just get the pass out quick. Put it only where their receiver can catch it is what I'm assuming they're doing, because they're not lining up in field goal formation. So interesting play call here. 14-7 is the score. Jets leading the way with 6 seconds left, and it looks like another timeout is called on the field. And it looks like the Jets now have 0 timeouts remaining. They're just doing a quick substitution there. Hunter Bell swapped out, and now Dasani Ross has been subbed in there as a defensive back corner guarding number 17, Gabriel Dualaby. So it looks like they might be anticipating some sort of a matchup here on the bottom screen there, bottom of your screen, between these two, as they are looking it looks like they are looking for the corner, but they throw it to the other side of the field. Nearly intercepted. 1 second left. So it looks like they will still have time to try to kick that field goal if they want to. Actually, the clock just ticked down. It looks like they are going to set the clock. So it ticked out to 0. The official is asking for 1 more second to be added to the clock. So there is 1 second left, I believe, is what they're saying. So they just added that 1 second to the clock. So the Eagles look like they are now going for a field goal. So it'll be about a 35-yard, 36-yard field goal here as they're lining up here with 1 second remaining in the first half. The Jets leading the way 14-7. So field goal attempt here for us. Let's see what happens. And they missed the snap. The ball's still on the ground. We might have a scoop score right before halftime. Number 3 taking it. Good block. Number 13 taking it all the way down. Is he going to make it, or is he going to get met? Looks like he's going to take it all the way to the house. A special team score there by the Ogden Jets. And that is number 13, not on the roster, but a big-time play as they fumble the snap. As I mentioned, the weather is coming down pretty hard here in Ogden, Utah. So big time weather situation. Obviously, it slipped through his hands. And here we go. The Jets scoop score. Some great blocking, great awareness there on that after he picked up the fumble. Now the Jets are leading 20-7 here right before halftime, as they're going to have one attempt at this point after touchdown attempt to make it 21-7. So unfortunately for the Eagles, they had a snap that didn't go their way, and the Jets were aware enough to be able to block for each other after they picked it up and take it all the way to the house. So some special teams and defensive plays here for the Jets have really got it going for them. And that one is up, and it looks like it is good. So the score is 21-7 at halftime here. The Jets leading the way here in Ogden, Utah over the St. George Eagles. So to recap the scoring, early on in the game, 70-yard touchdown pass for the St. George Eagles to put the score 7-0. And since then, it's been nothing but Ogden Jets. The first score being a 65-yard, QB sack strip that ended up being a scoop score there by Cameron Stimson. And then the next time the Jets put the points on the board was on a second down, or excuse me, it was on the 9-yard line after a blocked punt where Austin Herbert was able to connect there with Jackson Watson in the end zone for a 9-yard touchdown pass. And then, as you just saw, their third touchdown was a special teams touchdown as well, where number 13 for the Jets was able to scoop score, take it to the house for what looked to be about a 70-yard scoop score touchdown. So we have a 20-minute break coming up. Stick around, though. We'll be back in 20 minutes with the remainder of the game. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Don't go anywhere. Ogden Jets lead 21-7 at halftime.
Everything cool here?
Yeah, I think so. But every time you come touch stuff, and I have to go finding my spreadsheets again. I don't know how to find them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Seems like it's working good though. Do your thing, and I can come find it again when you're done. We're just trying to use the restroom.
You got your you got your spreadsheets. I got the game right here. We didn't have audio for the first little bit, but it's all right. We got 600 viewers right now. 595. Or no.
56 watching. Sorry. That's okay. We'll come back after halftime. There was like 95 earlier, wasn't there, John?
Well, that Greg Croshaw is pissed.
I'm the one that's actually outside. Greg, hey, fill my water up.
Hell yeah.
You got the number.
I didn't look. Hey, Joel, let's go. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Test, test. Holy cow. Didn't realize I was being heard. Somebody messed with the audio while I was gone. Anyway, here we are back in Ogden, Utah. Jets look like they're going to be kicking off to start the second half of football. 21-7 is the score if you're just joining us. And if you're not, that's still the score. So 21-7, Jets leading the way as we get ready to start the second half of football here in Ogden. You probably just watched a lot of those clouds roll in and kind of roll out. Still raining down on the field. I can see the rain gathering there on the track there in pools and such. But the Jets are getting set to kick off here. Looks like Ethan Barber is getting ready to kick off. 3 returners deep there for the Eagles. Excuse me. Walker Hendricks is the kicker. So here we go. Second half kicking off here. Nice long kick there. Returned. They did another fake handoff. Number 17 there. Gabriel DeWallaby. Big time return on another fake, like reverse play. Gets them all the way out to the 38-yard line where they will start their first possession of offense here for the Eagles. So 14:45 remaining in the second half here. Or not in the second half, excuse me, in the third quarter. Guess I'm getting a little antsy to head out. But yeah, 21-7 score. Now the Eagles are starting their first series on offense here in the second half. 1st and 10 from the 37. Run up the middle. Big run. Still on his feet. Brought down. Wow, what a big run. That's a hefty gain there. There for the Eagles on first down. That is Tyson Brenchley on their carry. And it looks like they might be trying to do quick hurry-up offense style as they had some momentum. So they sure are. They're just going no huddle right up to the ball. 14-19 left in the third quarter. Handoff up the middle again. This time met by some defenders there. Number 9, Zion Jackson in on the tackle there. Ball carried there by Tyson Brenchley again. So it'll bring up about a 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9 situation with 13:59 left in the third quarter. Just getting started. 21-7. Jets leading the way here. Ben Lomond High School here in Ogden, Utah. Great host Ben Lomond is. So thanks for having us here. It's always nice to be here. So another handoff up the middle there. Brenchley picks up a few yards and is pretty elusive even after his initial contact. But great defensive play there. Again, number 9, Zion Jackson there for the Jets, bringing the tackle down. Now it's going to be about 3rd down and 5 here for the Eagles. Another handoff up the middle. So keeping that run game going. Brenchley staying on his feet after initial contact, picking up another like 15 or so yards there. Again, on the carry is Tyson Brenchley. So Eagles coming out running the ball kind of in a no-hurry mode here. Just trying to run it. Looks like they're just keeping things moving quickly here. Saw some momentum gain there at the end of the first, and so it looks like they still doing it. Oh, this time before they could even – oh, wow. What a pull there by the quarterback. I thought the exchange was not complete, and the defense was there in time to disrupt it. But the quarterback was able to pull it out and elusively get away with that. So Maximus Callaway Sapiago on the carry there, the quarterback for the Eagles out of Hawaii. So just stepping back to pass now, looking through the middle, has a guy thrown a little behind him maybe, but just not quite catchable. Incomplete pass. 12:06 remaining in the third quarter. That'll bring up, I believe, 3rd down and 3 from about the 13-yard line. Another run up the middle there to Tyson Brenchley, met by a swarm of defenders, and it looks like he's still pushing forward. Might be enough push for the first down. Looks like he's being set up, and they are moving the chains. So, wait, let's see. Thought I saw him moving them, but. So, yeah, first down. It'll be first down and goal from about the 10-yard line. 11:45 left in the third quarter, and the Eagles are now moving the ball down offensively. So, after a great kick return, putting them up, at about the 35-yard line, now the offense have been chipping their way down the field, mostly running the ball here. Tyson Brenchley carrying a good majority of the workload here, getting them down into this position. Now the Eagles looking to score, capitalize on their field position. Quarterback keeper up the middle looked like it meant to be an option play, and he just kept it, started going, picked up about 4 yards. Now it's going to be second and goal from about the 6-yard line. 11-11 left in the third. Score is 21-7, Jets leading the way. Eagles looking to put some points on the board here. Strike first here in the second half. So it looks like second down and goal from about the 5 or 6 yard line. As the rain starts coming down pretty hard again. I can hear it now. Handoff up the middle, number 4 on the carry. Darian Harrison out of Spanish Fork High School gets taken down there. Pretty big hit there. Brought down there. Okay, 10-14, 10 times ticking, 10-10 left in the third quarter. Score is 21-7. Jets over the Eagles. Handoff up the middle again, and that's going to bring up 4th down and goal from about the 3-yard line for the Eagles, as Brenchley didn't quite get enough for that touchdown. It is 4th and goal now from, looks like it's from about the 2 or so yard line, maybe 3, 2.5. Just as much as it is for an extra point, it looks like. So 9:52 left in the third quarter, 21-7, Jets leading the way over the Eagles, and the Eagles are threatening score here. So looks like they've got a play design. Oh, they got the Jets to jump, but I'm not sure what they're calling. They called encroachment there on the D. So 9:39 remaining in the third quarter. So the Jets get backed up. It's going to be like half the distance to the goal. So it's going to be 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line at this point. So 21-7 is the score for the Jets, and the Eagles are threatening as they do a quick snap up the middle and quarterback sneak. Looks like they got it in for the touchdown. 21-13 is the score as the Eagles put it in. They strike first here in the second half. 9:28 remaining in the third quarter. And the score is 21-13, point after touchdown pending. So we'll see if they choose to kick it or try to go for it again. Looks like that one's good. Miss snap again a little bit, or misheld. He dropped it, but was able to pick it back up and get it held in time to kick it through the uprights. So the score now is 21-14. Jets leading the way still, but the Eagles come out strikes first here in the second half, and they kind of went with that no huddle offense as we were seeing there late in the game in their 2-minute offense as they were working the way down the field and threatening to score a touchdown. And unfortunately for the Eagles, mishandled snap on the field goal attempt led to a touchdown, almost a worst case scenario for the Eagles there right before half. So as time expired. There was 1 second left as that play was getting ready to go. And then missed snap. The Jets were able to scoop and score again. So 2 scoop scores here for the Jets, 1 on defense, 1 on special teams. And the punt that was blocked got him in good field position to get their third touchdown, third total touchdown of the game. So here we are, 21-14, as the Eagles get set to kick off here. And it looks like they're kind of bunched there in the middle, so they might be trying an onside. We'll see what they do. They might shift out. I've seen them do this before, where the people here on the lower part of the screen shift out. So we'll see. No, it looks like they're all bunched still. Looks like they're spreading it out as they run down the field to get those gaps, those seams. So little area on this side and a little room here for the Jets as they get some field position here and steps out of bounds there at about the 40-yard line, maybe the 35-yard line. So great run there. Jackson Watson, I believe, was the return man there. So now the Jets are getting their first chance for offense here in the second half. Was able to put it in one time earlier in the game after a blocked punt. Now looking to get some momentum going here for the Jets here. 9:18 left in the third quarter. Jets lead the way 21-14. Little bubble screen pass there to the outside. It eludes one tackle and gets upfield, gets about 2 yards total. So on the target there was Charlie Thornblad, and he was able to pick up a couple yards on that screen pass to the outside. So 9:03, about 9 minutes. Now 9 minutes remaining in the third. 21-14 score still. All right, 2nd and 8 for the Jets from their own 38-yard line. Little high snap there, up the middle, run, still on his feet, driving, picks up almost, up to almost the 45-yard line. Big time carry there as he was hitting the backfield there. That's number 33, Preston Arambell. He's out of Mountain Crest High School. So now we're going to have ourselves about a 3rd and 4 or so. 3rd and 3 for the Jets as Austin Herbert brings the play in from the sideline. 8 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Third down play here, 3rd and 3. Looks like they're bringing a lot of blitzing there. So they saw what they wanted to see and looks to the sideline, makes a adjustment on the play. And passing over the middle, nearly intercepted there. Big time play. Quarterback was rushed a little bit. Looks like number 16 there, James Stefani Fiami, was there to make the stop. Nearly an intercept, and that could have potentially been returned all the way to the touchdown there. So kind of a lucky break there for the Jets, but I think they saw some middle blitzing going, so they audibled to a middle play, and doesn't look like it quite worked out for them. So live and learn, right? So Jets punt team is out on the field now as they're punting from their own. He's lined up at about the 20 or at the 30-yard line. The punter is. I'm sure he'll step forward, but the ball's is placed currently at the 43-yard line. So good snap. Punts off. This time we get another bounce there as the ball goes down to about the 25-yard line. So that's where the Eagles will start. And there is 7:23 remaining in the third quarter. 21-14 is the score as the Jets lead the way, but the Eagles got the ball back and they just did whatever they wanted on that last series. So we'll see if the Jets can put some resistance in there and come up with some big plays like we've seen them do here earlier in the game. So it is now 1st down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 25-yard line. With 7:23 remaining, the Eagles are trailing by a touchdown as their offense makes their way out onto the field. So rain is still coming down here in Ogden, Utah. believe we're sitting right around 53 degrees or so. $52, actually 49. Over the middle, great pass. Big time find as he was just running right through the middle is Trayvon Ward there, Sunrise Mountain High School in Nevada. Just finds his man right through the middle, kind of reading the zone, and found a seam and attacked it. Big time first down, big play there for the Eagles as they pick up about 30 yards on that play, maybe 29. The low snap this time. Quarterback has all the time in the world right now. He still has time, even after he picked it up, found his man, flag down. Big time tackle there by number 13 there for the Jets, not on the roster. Good catch there. Again, Trayvon Ward there for the Eagles, and we'll see what the penalty is called here on the field. I'm assuming it's a holding, is my guess. Holding on the offense. Yep. So that's a 10-yard penalty from the spot. So that's going to pull him back a little bit. 6:42 remaining in the third quarter. The score is 21-14 still. Jets leading the way over the Eagles as we make our way back a few yards here, where I believe it'll still be first down. So first down and 20 at this point. Good snap this time. No time. Fumble. Oh, he looks like he threw it away. This time it was caught by a lineman. Are you kidding me? Penalty flags flying everywhere, and I'm sure we're going to have an illegal man downfield penalty or something. I'm not sure, but he just threw it, and the wrong guy caught it. Oh, that's a penalty there. Number 57 got up and threw the ball right at the Jets player, right at him. So he's not on the roster either, number 57 there. For the Eagles, not sure what happened, but quarterback was being rushed, in an attempt to just get the ball away or not take the sack or something. He threw the ball, and in so doing, number 57 from the Eagles caught it, and he plays line. Looks like he's like their left guard or something. He caught it and then started running his way down the field, but he was met immediately by a bunch of Jets players, but he was able to drive and get some more yards after the catch. But now there was a bunch of flags thrown, so I'm wondering if they're going to call illegal man downfield or something to do with an ineligible receiver catching the ball. I'm not sure, but I don't think it really matters necessarily. But then at the end of the play, after all was said and done, it sounded like looked like there was some trash talking going on the field, where number 57 stood up and threw the ball into one of the defenders' chests. So it looks like there's a penalty decline, and it looks like it will be intentional grounding penalty, which is interesting because he caught it. But that is a loss of down. And then we also have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So it's going to drive the Eagles back quite a ways. 57 seems to be a little confused on why that play was called, but he did it right in front of the official. You got to kind of be aware when you're smack talking, if you ask me. Like, I'm not a pro at smack talking, but there's a referee right there by where everything went down. You don't throw the ball at the person that you're with, right? That's just shouldn't be a big deal in my opinion, but it is in some ways. Like, obviously you want to be a good sport, and sportsmanship's important, and that's exactly what the penalty was unsportsmanlike conduct. So it looks like they're assessing two penalties on the play, and one of them might be one that causes them to lose a down. So it'll be interesting to see if this is going to be what down they're calling this, but just driving them way far back, and it's going to be, they have to make it all the way up to the 36-yard line on the other side of the field in order to get the first down, and the ball is marked at the 19-yard line. So quite a ways to go for that first down, but it is still being marked first. It looks like they might be having them switch it to second down. Yeah, it is second. So they did lose the down. Clock is winding now. So it is 6:17 left on the third quarter. And now they're throwing a middle screen pass, which was read immediately by number 41 there. What a big-time play there by Colby Flint. Read the screen, was able to run up, and was basically met the intended receiver as soon as he caught the ball. Big-time read, big-time play. And now it is third down and very long. Have no idea how to do the math on this, but it's a long way. They have to go from what looks like the 17-yard line on this side of the field all the way down to the 36-yard line on the other end of the field to get that first down. So it says 3rd and 46 on the scoreboard, so we'll say it. 5:40 remaining in the third quarter. lining up on third down, looking for a big play here. Throwing it over the middle. That's going to be intercepted there. Number 6, Farron Hardy intercepts it. Now the Jets have the ball on the other side of the field at the 39-yard line. So what seemed to be some momentum going there for the Eagles turned into some momentum for the Jets after a few penalties, and the Jets now have an interception. So great defensive play. Jets have caused a couple turnovers now on the defensive side of the ball, making it difficult for the Eagles to get anything moving. So some great plays there. Now the Jets are back here inside enemy territory, if you will, on the Eagles' 39-yard line. So after a series of intentional grounding, which caused them to lose the down. And then on that same play, I think they also assessed them on sportsmanlike conduct. So 2 plays in a row probably lost them a total of 25 or so yards, making it almost impossible to get that first down, especially on third down there. So they were trying to get there, didn't quite work out, and interception there by the Jets gets the ball back for them. Now they're looking deep, find their guy. Oh, great defensive play there. Number 12, number 12 Gurr there from the Eagles makes a great defensive play, jumps up there, knocks the ball down. Would have been a really good play there for the Jets had they been able to pull it off, but incomplete pass there. So that brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 39-yard line. 5:25 remaining in the third quarter. 21-14 is the score. Jets leading the way here. About a third of the way through, or 2/3 of the way through the third quarter here. Austin Herbert back, hands it off up the middle. Lead blocker gets it, and they stop him short. Big time play on defense there. A swarm of defenders. Jed Adams on the ball carry, and then stopped. Number 22, Kyler Chisholm gets in there, as well as number 50, Justice Dworshak. So great plays there. Brings up a big long third down and about 13. Third down and 12 with 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Jets looking to convert and get some offensive momentum going here. Empty backfield, and he has a guy. He has him in the touchdown. That's a big-time play there, Jackson Watson, and that's the second time these two have connected. This time it was for 41-yard touchdown pass, and the previous time was a 9 yards. So 2 touchdown passes from Austin Herbert to Jackson Watson, totaling of 50 yards total for 2 touchdowns, 4:38 remaining in the third quarter, and the Jets take the 27-14 lead over the Eagles with a point after touchdown pending. So big-time way to kind of capitalize on their opportunity, and it's great to see their offense picking up some big-time third downs, not only just to get the first down, but to successfully pull it off and get that touchdown. Great to see. Quarterback celebrating down there. Coach Scott was a quarterback last year for the Jets, is now calling some of the plays here on offense, and conversion's good. So now 28-14 for the Jets. But yeah, I watched Coach Scott come down here and do some nice high-fiving there with Jackson Watson, who got that middle seam route touchdown pass there. Just found the seam and got in it, and Herbert saw it from before it was even there, threw it to the gap where he was going to be, and Watson did a great job getting under that ball, catching it, bringing it in, and then taking it all the way to the house. All he had to do was catch, and that was going to be a touchdown. So great play there by the Jets. 4:38 remaining in the third quarter. And, Jets get that energy going again. Nice to feel the energy from the booth up here. So nice to see him celebrating, having some fun out there.
Taking it up with the Jets, number 14, Walter Hendricks.
Walter Hendricks set to kick. 3 return men set deep for the Eagles once again. This time, kicks it deep. Fielded from about the 2-yard line. This time they did another fake again. Keep faking it. This time he's picking up some yards. Look at that play. He's scooting free. He has some green grass in front of him right there, taking it all the way down. Last man to get him is the kicker, and he is gone. That is touchdown all the way unless he's going to get caught. He does not. Big time play there. Much needed for the Eagles. Number 17, Gabriel DeWallaby takes it in all the way for the touchdown. That was a 98-yard kickoff return for the touchdown on another fake reverse on the kick return. Goes all the way from the left side to the right side, finds some green grass, and takes it all the way to the touchdown. So great job, number 90, or for a 98-yard touchdown pass, or not pass, kickoff return. Wow, I'm losing my mind, but what a play. 4:19 remaining in the third quarter, and the score is now 28-20 after that kickoff return for a touchdown. So both teams kind of making some statements here on special teams today. Let's see what we can do here. Make it a 7-point game right now. As Colby Holmes is set to hold, and number 28 set to be the kicker here is at 29. Cole Kramer. Oop, looks like there's a penalty on the play. They blew it dead. So he might have had a false start. So I'm going to push him back a little bit more. So it is a false start against the Eagles. So just take him back 5 more yards.
Try will now be from the 15-yard line.
So that one's good. So 28-21 is the score now. 4:19 left in the third quarter, and the Jets now are going to be challenged with answering.
4:19 remaining to go in the third quarter. Jets 28, Eagles 21.
All right, Jets set to return. Onside kick. Looks like the Eagles might have recovered it. Wow, they did. Big time onside kick, catching everybody in the stands off guard. Me, the camera guy, and everyone. But, wow, what a play. 4:09 left in the third quarter, and the Eagles are definitely pumped with some momentum here. Wish we could see that in instant replay. But onside kick, and now the Eagles are going to come out, and it looks like they're going to try to hurry and make this quick. So a couple things that the Jets need to do is, first of all, be ready for this hurry-up offense. Second of all, maybe call a timeout or something to help their team get set up. They don't even have all their personnel on the field, and the Eagles are getting ready to play. Run up the middle. They were missing one of their tackles. I don't know if they false start. Wow. False start. They totally could have had them on their heels there where they were still subbing people in, and they got us false start. So went from having an advantage to a disadvantage, but just a couple small errors here for the Eagles have really cost them a lot. Score is 28-21 right now. Eagles just scored, and they got the onside kick, and now false start on first down. This time handoff up the middle, immediately met there and brought down by a swarm of defenders, starting there with with number 9 there, Zion Jackson. He read the play, collapsed down quick, and wrapped up and let his team help him finish off. So that brings up a second down and about 15 or so yards here for the Eagles. 3:45 left in the third. Eagles trail 28-21. Another handoff up the middle. Brought down, still about a 10-yard gain, though.
Inside handoff number 16,
James Stefami Fiame picks up about 10 yards, maybe 9. Now it's going to be third down and about, looks like 7, so or 6, somewhere in that area. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Jets up 28-21 over the Eagles. So the ball's right at midfield. Jets bringing a lot of blitzers, and he's unable to get away from it. They're trying to strip the ball, and he finally gets brought down after a big-time sack there. A lot of people getting upset out there, fans. You can maybe hear a couple of them think that they thought that maybe he handed the ball off to one of the linemen, and who took it, started running with it. But I think the play was being blown dead due to forward progress. So now it's going to be 4th and long, about 4th and 15, as they bring in the punt unit. Punt team's in, low punt. Back to return again. Oh, he's fumbling it around a little bit. He might have lost it. Number 19, Dasani Ross. And the Eagles are calling like they have the ball, but nobody else is calling that. Looks like they're just waiting to see what happens, and it looks like they're calling it Jets ball. So 1:53 remaining in the third quarter. Kind of an eventful third quarter. Lots of kind of ebbs and flows and ups and downs here. Kind of interesting to see what's going on. We have some disgruntled fans sitting right in front of us, which is kind of fun. The 1st and 10 for the Jets on their own 22-yard line. 1:53 remaining in the third quarter. Score is 28-21. Jets leading the way. All right. Austin Herbert back, 2 running backs either side of him. He's got those bright green shoes on. Handoff up the middle. Stopped pretty quickly. Ran into a wall of defenders, and that's going to be 2nd and 10 or 11 here at this point. I think he might have lost a yard or two. So 1:40 left in the third. Time's ticking. 28-21 is the score. Jets lead the way. All right, 2nd and 11, 1:13 left in the third quarter. Herbert back in shotgun formation, looking to the outside. Now he's scrambling, and he is sacked. Brought down, immediately wrapped up there. The pocket collapse, number 54 there on the sack, and that is Brock Threll, defensive end there out of Viewmont High School. So was able to pull through and break the edge and collapse the pocket, and then end up with the sack. So it brings up a big-time third down here for the Jets. 3rd and about 15, 40 seconds left in the third quarter, and Herbert brings the play in from the sideline. Coach Scott. .23 seconds left in the third. Herbert, trying to do a fast count, and we'll see if it's a false start or if it's a defense, because they're calling it on the defense, and I think the call might be that he drew the offensive player offside. So it is a 5-yard penalty for offside or encroachment on on the Eagles. So 18 seconds left in the third. It'd be about, it's saying 3rd and 10. Time's winding. Back to pass. Finds a guy over the middle. Dropped pass. Intended there for number 15, Jackson Watson, right over the middle. Big time defensive play. Wouldn't quite have been enough for the first had he caught it. So bringing out the punt squad, 5 seconds left in the third quarter. This punt should be the last one of the quarter. Score is 28-21. Jets lead the way as they're kind of pinned deep here in their own territory around the 23-yard line. So not pinned, but they're on the 23-yard line. Punters lined up at about the 6-yard line. Kind of a low snap. Is able to get the punt off. Returned at about the 43-yard line there, number 17, and then he gets brought down. Big time play, number 6. Farron Hardy on the tackle. And number 17 was on the return. Gabriel Dwelleby was there to return it, but didn't get much after that. Met immediately by the Jets, and now they're going to take over on downs here at the 44-yard line, at their own 44-yard line. So at the end of the third quarter, the score is 28-21. Ogden Jets leading the way over the St. George Eagles. So okay, start of the fourth quarter here. Ogden Jets leading 28-21. Looks like they're getting that clock set for the 15 minutes here. Sir, something's wrong with the radar, sir. All right, we got the clock set now. 15 minutes left in the ball game. Close game here, 28-21. Interesting to see how this shakes out. St. George Eagles have the ball. Handoff up the middle here on first down. Picks up about 4 or 5 on a big-time play. Brought down by a few defenders there from the Jets, including number 9, Zion Jackson, was able to get in there and make the stop after a few yards. So now that'll bring up about a 2nd and 7 at this point. 14:40 left in the game here. Right at midfield. Another handoff up the middle, keeping his feet moving. Number 16, James Stefani Fiami, picks up the first down there for the Eagles. And now it's first down and 10 from the Jets' 45-yard line. Jets bring a nice blitz up the middle, still get a couple yard gain there out to the 41-yard line, 42-yard line, so picking up about 3 yards. Brings up 2nd and 7 here, 13:50 remaining in the game. 28-21 score, Jets leading the way. Looks like it's still raining out there. Second and 7, 13:27 left in the game. Set to pass. Ooh, great defensive play there. Hunter Bell just jumped up and made a great play on the ball, knocked it down. Some of the St. George fans here right now are wishing for a call. That was just a great defensive play. Hunter Bell had about a 2 foot higher vertical on that play and was able to knock that ball out of the air before it got there. So maybe they're just questioning that he had his hand on his jersey, and that might have been the case. Didn't look like it to me, though. Don't have replay either. So now 3rd and 7, 13:21 left in the fourth quarter. They're set to pass again. Another middle screen there, nearly intercepted. They wanted a penalty. But big time play there. Read the screen from the very beginning that it was happening and made a play on the ball. That's 41, Colby Flint there in the backfield before anything could happen. So now that brings up an interesting play here. It looks like the Eagles are not going to bring in the punt squad. So 4th down and 7 from the Jets 42-yard line. It is about that part of the field where it's okay to go for the it and not have as many negative ramifications. So they keep the offensive squad on the field for this 4th down and 7 play. They might just try to get him to jump a couple times. So let's see if they go with a hard count here. 13:15 left in the game. Jets lead the way 21-28. Jets up top. Looking deep. Finds a guy over the middle and miscommunication. That's going to be a turnover on downs. I see no penalty flags thrown. So now the Jets will take over from their own 42-yard line. 1st and 10, and they lead the way 28-21 and kind of stopped the Eagles' momentum as they were working their way down the field and stopped them here on 4th down. So a big-time defensive stop there for the Jets. $13-10 left in the game. Austin Herbert bringing the plan from the sideline, breaks the huddle, and looks like we're going to have a 2 running back backfield, 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, and looks like we have a timeout of some sort. Looks like an equipment timeout. Justice Dworshak had to come out of the game. I think he's having some shoulder pad issues. So a quick substitution. Now we're back to play. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 2 running backs in the backfield. Fake handoff up the middle, play action, kind of a, oh, wow. That was a helmet-to-helmet for sure. 100% helmet-to-helmet. So Hunter Bell got hit in the helmet. Dude led with his helmet. In my opinion, he should be ejected. That's just my opinion, but definitely was not a greatly thrown ball, kind of left him out there to hang. And the fans are not loving it, if you can hear that. He definitely led with the helmet, so hopefully, fans, when you watch this later, you will realize that when you can kind of rewind and come back to live. So pretty tough hit, and the ref on the playing kind of safety area threw the flag. There was a side judge that did not throw it, that was closer to the play. But if you ask me, from my position, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I was worried about everybody's health after that helmet-to-helmet. So it was a tough hit. It was a hard hit. And if it was 20 years ago, we'd be talking about how good of a hit it was. But now we're definitely want to focus on health of the players. And that was definitely, in my opinion, a helmet-to-helmet. So we'll see what the call is here. The final call on the field. It is a personal foul. 15-yard penalty, helmet-to-helmet, 1st down there for the Jets. So as you can hear, a lot of St. George fans here. There's a lot of players from all over Utah on the Eagles as well. So some of them may be traveling. Some local folks here as well. Fremont player there on the defensive side of the ball, even number 33. He played at Fremont. So that's just down the road here. That's Crew Hassel. So yeah, regardless of what we all think, the refs called a helmet to helmet. That's a 15-yard penalty. So 13:02 remaining in the fourth quarter. Jets lead the way 28-21. And now we have a first down and 10 from the, looks like the 42, 41-yard line. Excuse me, 39-yard line. High snap. Oh, it looks like it fell right into the hands. He still tried to make it work, and now the Eagles got the ball. So Austin Herbert tried to adjust to the quick snap. He caught the ball and tried to throw it down. It looked like it was supposed to be a jet sweep or a handoff, and he caught it, tried to throw it into the hands of his running back, and that transition did just not go well. Not a great, intelligent play necessarily on QB. So just some things you try to do when you make plays, and it kind of backfires. So he was just trying to keep the play going. But it looks like they might have called it an incomplete pass. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but it is still the Jets' ball. I'm kind of confused here what happened. It looked like a handoff, but he did kind of throw the ball forward down. So it was a forward pass. I can see the call. I can definitely see the logic there. So 5 receivers on the field. So kind of an empty backfield here for the Jets with 12:49 left. And it looks like we do have a timeout being called here. A flag thrown. Coach on the other side is getting really upset there for the Eagles. And we have a very competitive game right now. These two teams are pretty good rivals. And yeah, like I can see that coach's point of view too. It did look like a fumble, but quarterback kind of threw the ball down and forward when he was trying to get it into the hands of his running back. As long as it's a forward pass, it doesn't matter if it's behind the line of scrimmage or not. It was a forward pass. So I can see what he did. He caught it. He kind of threw it forward, maybe even with both hands. And that's what the refs called, was a incomplete pass. I thought it was a turnover myself. But now that it's not, like I can see, the argument on both sides. So I would definitely, if I was a coach on the Eagles side, I'd be expecting an explanation as well. So it is unfortunate for the Eagles that turned out that way, but very fortunate for the Jets. So I guess the argument really comes down to if the quarterback had possession of the ball. And to me, I think the quarterback did have possession of the ball. He caught it. And, just like you do when it's a under center, you throw the ball forward to blow the whistle dead. When you're in a hurry up formation or hurry up situation, you just spike the ball real quick to stop the clock. And it's kind of exactly what happened. He caught it. He did throw it forward to catch to try to get it to his running back, whether it was intended or not, but doesn't necessarily matter because it was an incomplete pass, just like a spike. He was behind the line of scrimmage. He threw it forward, and his running back did not catch it. But coach probably isn't happy with that explanation. And I'm definitely going to go home and watch the replay later. So they are calling a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct on the bench there for the Eagles. Looks like some fans here trying to rile each other up. So we have mixed audience here sitting here. Looks like some of the folks came over here to the Jets side, and they're cheering for the Eagles, maybe just to capture a little shelter. As you can see, all the folks getting shelter over there with the umbrellas. It is raining. It's been coming down for the good majority of the game. And now here we go. Jets have a 2nd down and 10. It's should be first down if you ask me. And he runs out of bounds there. Not much to do, Austin Herbert. So he gets forced out of bounds, and that's a loss of down. I think I'm mistaken. I think it's supposed to be 2nd down. Isn't it 2nd down? Didn't they get a first on the? They should have got a first down on the penalty, and that was the first play after the penalty. So I think it should be 2nd down. But nobody's saying anything about it. So 3rd down and 10 here for the Jets. From the Eagles 39-yard line, 1 running back in the backfield, 3 receivers on the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. And a nice quick pitch to the outside. Not quite the blocking he was hoping for, I'm sure, and a great defensive play there And he's making sure he knows it as he does the alpha walkover. Number 22, Kyler Chisholm makes a stop. Now it's going to be 4th down and about 15 as they bring in the punt squad. So the Eagles might be getting a little feisty here as a result of some of the calls not quite going the way that they are hoping. Might have pumped a little life of energy into them right now as Jets are bringing out that punt squad. Here with 11:23 remaining in the game, Jets lead the way 28-21 over the Eagles. And a big 4th down here as they try to punt. The Eagles bring the house and don't quite pull off the block. Looks like they're going to try to return it, and the Jets catch the ball and down it at about the 14-yard line. So 11:06 remaining in the game. Jets lead the way 28-21. The Eagles have the ball now, and they're going to start out 1st down. Okay, 11:06 remaining in the game here. 28-21 is the score, and it's just getting darker by the minute with this cloud coverage. Sun doesn't go down here in Ogden for another hour and a half, though. Run up the middle, breaking tackles, just was not. He's refusing to go down. Tyson Brenchley just not loving it, but the Jets defense swarmed on him. So initial contact, he was able to work through, but the Jets had a relentless defense that just kept working and held him to no gain on the play, it looks like, or maybe a gain of 1. So, or 2. So 2nd down and 8, 10:40 remaining in the game. So the Eagles have 2 receivers at the bottom there. Quarterback's looking. Oh, looks like he got stuck there in the backfield. Finds a way to get rid of it, and that looks like that's intercepted there. Ogden Jets make an interception in the red zone, and they have the ball. Number 13 by the Jets making a big play. He's not on the roster, but wow, what a defensive play. Playing great defense. Quarterback was able to escape some pressure, get the ball off, but the Jets just read it, got the interception there in the red zone, and maybe a small mistake there by the quarterback on getting that ball forward. So now the Jets take back over, 10:17 remaining in the game. Jets lead the way 28-21, and they got a 1st down here on the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10, Jets leading the way. All right, handoff up the middle there, met by a swarm, 4 or so defenders there. Number 50 there, Justice Dworshak on the play. 10 minutes left in the game here, and a loss of about 5 on that stop for a loss. So carrier on the play there for the Jets was Preston Arambell. Now they have a 2nd down. 2nd and 13 from the 21-yard line, 9:45 remaining in the game. Jets leading 28-21. Austin Herbert breaks the huddle after bringing in the play from the sideline. We got 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers, and a tight end. This time it looks like a fake. They're trying to do that screen pass. Finds the guy. Oh, nearly intercepted, but knocked down. And then a little extracurricular there, and there is a flag thrown. Just way too much, right? Just let the play be the play, in my opinion. You don't need to do extracurricular. You knock the ball down, just get excited and have some fun about it. You don't need to knock the other team around after the play's over. Be excited, celebrate with your team, and keep your hands off the other team. Okay, it looks like automatic first down there on the penalty. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 11 with 9:13 remaining in the fourth quarter. Jets leading the way 28-21 as they're threatening another score here late in the game. If they're able to get it in the touchdown, that'll make it a two touchdown game. Looks like the Jets are having a little confusion. They're huddling up, and some of the players didn't realize it. So they probably got to make it quick, or else they're going to get a delay of game. But it looks like the Eagles needed a little clarification on some rules or something, and now so 1st and 10 from the 10. It looks like they're still able to maybe get a little bit of a first down. So it's like at the 10.5. So the first down's at like the half-yard line. So first down and 10. Quarterback keeper runs up the middle, makes contact. Wow, what a great run there. I think I like that call. Austin Herbert up the middle on a QB draw play. Both teams are kind of running their mouths at the end of the play. 9 minutes left in the game. Time's ticking. Austin Herbert picks up quite a few yards there. Looks like 3 or 4 yards, getting it all the way up to about the looks like the 7-yard line or so. Okay, time's still ticking. 8:28, 8:26 now. Left in the game, 28-21. Jets lead the way. Looks like the Jets are trying to do a little time clock management where they're just trying to wear the time down a little bit. Handoff up the middle there. Number 27 had some room. Didn't quite see the seam in time, and it collapsed. So 27 there is Anthony Wilson on the carry, getting it all the way up to about the 5-yard line. So they need about another 5 yards to get the first and another 5.5 to pump it into the touchdown. 7:57 remaining in the game. Jets leading 28-21. Is the rain still pours? Not necessarily pouring. The rain's coming down as we have somebody standing in the looks like a false start there. All right, 7:13 left in the game. Jets up 28-21. Getting close to that 7 minutes right now. Jets do a handoff up the middle. Met immediately. He almost ran into his left tackle, and it looks like there's a flag down on the play. Not sure what the flag is. The Eagles are stripping it after the whistle's blown, and they're acting like that they stripped it beforehand. But they are calling a penalty. It looks like this one might be on the Jets again, so they're getting drawn further back. 7:01 remaining on the clock. 7:01. Jets lead 28-21. The Jets have 3 timeouts remaining, and the Eagles have 2. Looks like they used 1. 7:01 remaining in the game. 28-21. Jets lead the way. As Herbert gets the play from Coach Scott on the sideline. Now they break the huddle and line up here for this 3rd down and 14 on the 14. So looking to the outside, has his guy. A little underthrown. Incomplete pass, 6:33 left in the game here, 28-21, and that brings up 4th down and long. Looks like they might be bringing in the field goal unit here. Ethan Barber, I believe, is going to be kicking it here for the Jets to try to make this a 10-point game here. If he puts this through, looks like this is going to be about a 31-yard field goal attempt being held there by Hunter Bell and attempted by Ethan Barber. Good snap, good hold, good kick. Looks like it's through. Field goal is good. 31-21 is the score right now with 6:30 remaining in the game. The Jets were able to capitalize, make this a 2-score game. So a little bit steeper hill to climb for the Eagles, but I've seen them get a lot of yards there at the end of the first half and had a really good drive at the beginning of the second half. All right, 6:28 remaining in the game here. Jets are set to kick off, and they do kind of a small pooch type kick. Number 1, Trayvon Ward, their running back, picks it up and takes it all the way back to near midfield, and a little extra few words going on here on the sideline here. Looks like a couple of the players, and they're still talking. The same guy, 57, name not on the roster, keeps having some things to say at the end of the play.
The return by Redsley is to the 49-yard line.
Okay, 31-21 is the score. 6:21 remaining in the game. Let's see how this turns out. Ball's nearly at midfield at their own 49-yard line, where the Eagles will start possession here. Looking to pass on first. Finds a guy through the middle. Overthrown. Nearly intercepted there. Would have had a second one on the day. Devon Harvey. Nearly had his second interception of the day.
Covering on the play, number 10, Noah Harrelson.
So that brings up second down and 10 for the Eagles with 6:15 remaining in the game. He's rolling right. Has a guy. Missed his target. Number 17, Gabriel Dwallaby. 6:10 remaining in the game here. So 3rd down and 10 from their own 49-yard line. 6:10 remaining in the game. The Jets lead the way 31-21 here late in the game. Eagles looking to get something going on this drive. I'm expecting a shallow underneath pass here. Or something right there through the middle. We'll see. Maybe even a run. They've kind of Been doing a lot with the run. So he rolls right again, finds his guy out of the backfield and met immediately and brought down for about a 2-yard gain there. Number 3 is not on the roster either. He's the receiver on the play. So that'll bring up about a 4th and 7, 5:50 remaining in the game. Looks like the Eagles are lining up to go for it here. I could anticipate maybe a hard snap count, trying to get him to jump and get a few more yards. But yeah, 31-21 is the score right now. Rain's coming down still. About 48 degrees here in Ogden, so might get some snow in those mountains. Dropping way back, has a man wide open. Picks up the first down and more. Gabriel Dwalaby was able to be wide open. I'm not exactly sure what happened, if they sent the corner on a blitz or what, but there was nobody in that zone whatsoever, and they just found it and got him quickly. As soon as he snapped it, he just launched that ball back. So they're still in it. There's 5 minutes remaining in the game. Now it's under 5 minutes. 31-21 is the score here. The Jets lead the Eagles. 31-21 is the score, 4:48 remaining. And now we have first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. He's looking for a pass again. Has his guy, throws it out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock with 4:39 remaining in the game. The Jets still leading the way, 31-21. So the Eagles looking to finalize this drive. Obviously, they need a touchdown at some point, but if they can come away with a field goal here, they would still be within a score. And they were able to recover an onside kick earlier on in the game. And that one tricked us all in the stadium. I was expecting that one to go long, but they got on it. So 2nd and 10 from the 20 for the Eagles. Again, 4:39 remaining in the game. The score is 31-21 for the Jets. Quarterback's rolling left this time, trying to find a guy. Ooh, he found his guy right out of the backfield, is number 3. And he gets down, picks up the first down. Now it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9 for the Eagles. And yeah, they're getting close to, they're threatening here. 4:20 remaining in the game. Clock is still going here. And they're getting that first down and goal from looks like the ball spotted at the 7-yard line. So Eagles looking to capitalize. Jets looking to make a stop here, maybe cause a turnover, as they've done a few times in the game so far. Oh, it looks like we had a offsides. Yeah, they called encroachment there. So a little too early, and now we got exactly 4 minutes left in the game, and the Eagles get a half the distance to the goal, so it's going to be placed at about the 3.5-yard line here, right in between the 3 and the 4, and they have a first down and goal from this spot. So first down and goal, clock has just wound. 3:53 remaining in the game as quarterback looks to the sideline for the play. Does a handoff up the middle. Oh, nope, fake handoff. QB takes it in for the touchdown. That's touchdown Eagles. So 31-27 is the score right now. 3:44 remaining in the game. Point after touchdown pending. If the Jets can find a way to stop them here, then that'll keep it a touchdown. They have to score a touchdown to win. So if they put it through the uprights, then it's a 3-point game. Field goal will tie it. I think this is Jackson Merrill ready to kick here. Not exactly sure, though. Hold is good kick. Looks good. That makes it a 3-point game. 31-28, 3:44 remaining in the game. And now the Eagles are going to be kicking off to the Jets. Jets need to get some momentum going and maybe trying to run that ball, but the Eagles have been swarming on all these runs the last few plays and the last drive and stopped them pretty good. So we'll see what the Jets can do here with the ball. If the Eagles even kick it to them. The Eagles have 2 timeouts remaining. The Jets have all 3. Yeah, again, 3:44 remaining in the game. 31-28 is the score. Jets leading the way. Eagles have not had the lead in this game since the first quarter when they were up 7-0 after a 70-yard touchdown pass. And then since then, it's been the Jets, and the Eagles kind of chipping their way back into it. Now it's only a 3-point game when it was as much as 10-point lead here. 31-28 at this point is the score. 3:44 remaining, and the Eagles are bringing out their kickoff squad here. Looks like the Jets are anticipating an onside kick, so they don't have anybody deep to return. They have one guy about 25 yards off from the ball, and everybody else is there within the first 10 to 15 yards. They kick it deep. That one's going to go into the end zone. Out of bounds, so that's a penalty, actually. So that's going to be a flag on the play, and the Jets are going to get the ball. So the Jets not only will get the ball, but they'll get it in good field position as a result of the penalty. So 3:44 remaining in the game still. 31-28 is the score as the Jets bring the offense out in hopes to run the timeout on the clock and have a nice, good drive or put some more points on the board, I'm sure is the goal. If they could do both, I'm sure that would be sufficient for them too. So they're starting from the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. And it looks like they're got their yardage markers backwards. This is fun. So, yeah, there they go. So here we are, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Herbert back in quarterback position, has 2 running backs next to him. Looks like they're doing a pass play here. Finds a guy through the middle. Oh, nearly intercepted. Hits his guy in the hands and almost bounced off. So Parker Dumas was the intended receiver. It looks like he's getting pulled off had a equipment situation. Maybe his helmet came off, but in his hands, and then didn't quite happen. Fell down. It looks like Coach Lovelace is having some words with him right now. So Herbert brings the play in from the sideline there from Coach Scott. 2nd down and 10. Clock is stopped now with 3:39 remaining in the game. So I'm kind of, I guess, a little confused on that play call, but that's okay. Passing's been working for him. Looks like we have a false start again. So false start on the Jets. 3:39 remaining, and the Jets are kind of doing everything that the Eagles want them to do right now to get the ball back in their hands. They're losing yards and not taking much time off the clock doing it. Hope to get some things moving here for the Jets. 2nd down and 15 from the 30-yard line. 31-28 is the score here. Looking to pass again. Pocket breaks down. He's scrambling. Picks up about 3 yards on the play, and that'll be a 3rd down and long. Clock is still running, though, so that's a positive. But they just stopped the clock. So it looks like the Eagles call a timeout here with 3:28 remaining. 31-28 is the score, and that's going to be a 3rd down and about 12 yards for the Jets to go to get that first and keep the drive moving. If they're not able to convert here, I'm sure they're going to try to punt and trap them deep. But first things first for them, and that would be get that 1st down. Okay, fans are getting into it here. Jets have a 3rd down and 12 here from the 33-yard line. 3:28 remaining in the game. 3rd down. Jets lead the way 31-28. Need this first down to keep the drive alive and to put more pressure on the Eagles. So fake handoff up the middle, looking for a screen. They throw it to the opposite side. Not quite there. A lot of pressure. So that's not only stops the clock, but brings up 4th down and very long. Now they bring out the punt squad. So Jets hoping to hang on to this game. 31-28 score, 3:22 remaining in the game, and they could sure use some of those big plays that they were getting there in the first half there with the defensive touchdown and the special teams touchdown. And the special teams putting them in good position to get a touchdown on the punt block. So some defensive plays here for the Jets have really kept things going for them. 31-28 is the score, 3:22 left in the game. Jets are set to punt on 4th and 12. The Eagles bring in the house, but a great punt, sends that back, calls a fair catch there and catches it at the 25-yard line. So 3:16 left in the game. Great kick, great catch, and making it difficult or making the Eagles have to work for it here. They have 1 timeout remaining, and the score is 31-28, and I'm sure they're going to come out with that hurry-up offense that we saw at the beginning of the half, as well as I think they've kind of been running it a little bit more, maybe not as focused on the hurry-up, but more of a no-huddle. And so I think that that's probably what we're going to see here. They're breaking the huddle on the sideline, and I'm sure they're just going to run right up and get right into the play and try to get the Jets on their heels as quickly as possible. Jets defense been playing pretty darn good today. Coming up big on some big plays with the strip sack that turned into a scoop score. And then the punt block and, on special teams. And then, just a lot of things going the Jets' way early on, and they could sure use some of that right now as they're leading the way with 3 minutes left, up by 3, 31-28, 3 minutes, 16 seconds left in the game. And the Eagles have a first down from the 26-yard line, from their own 26. So here we go. He's rolling to the right, looking for somebody. Ooh, finds somebody deep again. Oh, in and out of his hands. Looks like it was a pretty good throw, but maybe a little over his head and maybe a little bit more close to out of bounds. So didn't quite turn out the way that they wanted, but the clock stops at 3 minutes and 8 seconds left, and they have a 2nd down and 10 coming up from their own 26-yard line. So again, Eagles only have 1 timeout remaining, and they have about 74 yards to go to get it in the touchdown. It's only a 3-point game, though, so a touchdown would get them the lead if they can just make it down into field goal territory and end up with a field goal. That's enough to send it into overtime. So we'll see how it all plays out. But we do have a 2nd down and 10. Oh, it looks like there was a penalty on the play. I think it might have been either a holding or maybe if it's half the distance, then that has to be a 15-yard penalty and not a 10-yard penalty. So must have been unsportsmanlike or something like that. So I didn't see the call. 3:08 remaining, so it is first down and about 20 or so. Outside screen picks up some yards, but met with by some folks, and now we're going to have a 2nd and about 15 yards to go with 2:56 remaining. Time is ticking right now for the Eagles, so it is going to be 2nd down and long. The Eagles trail 31-28 here. Jets hoping to hang on, and I guess the moral of the story here to this game so far has been big plays for the Jets defensively and special teams. And then I think that the story on the other side of the ball for the Eagles is they've kind of been their own problem. They've kind of struggled with keeping, the penalties under control and things like that. So, but they've been playing pretty well overall. Quarterback's rushed. He throws it. I don't know if that was a scramble or not. They're calling it incomplete. They're not throwing a flag, so that's just going to bring up a 3rd down. Clock stops, 2:22 left. That's going to be 3rd down and long as they're able to make it in the backfield and hurry the passer or the passer there. Yeah. Okay, third down and long. He's rolling to his left this time. He's looking, finds his guy to the outside, incomplete pass. Now that's going to bring up fourth and long, 2:16 left, and you have to think they're going to go for it here anyway. Just because it's fourth down, they only have one timeout left, and there's 2:16 left in the game. They're trailing by 3 points, 31-28. So it kind of comes down to this here. Not saying that if they miss, if they don't get it, that they don't have any hope, but it definitely will leave the Jets in really good field position that you can assume that they will probably come away with, 3 points if these guys aren't able to convert right here on fourth down. So about a 4th and 15 or 16 yards to go for the Eagles, 2:16 left in the game. And here's your fourth down play. Little middle rush. Quarterback's looking. Oh, he's going to get taken down in the backfield, and a big-time sack there by the Ogden Jets. Is almost like every member of that front line there was able to get him down, bring him down, and that is a big-time stop by the Jets with 2:08 left in the game. They're going to be getting the ball back inside the 20-yard line. So, again, the defense is setting this offense up splendidly. Here is a good majority of that defense was in on that sack. Brought the middle blitz there, and quarterback tried to find a way to scramble, and there was nowhere to go as there was a lot of Jets everywhere and just not many options for him to do. So great defensive play calling there, and the Jets are pretty stoked to be getting this win of the season here. 2:08 left. As long as they can hold on to the ball here and not do anything silly, this game is all theirs. But not saying the game's over by any means. So they're pretty stoked to be in the position where they're at. Obviously, they know that they have to finish this game strong. So looks like maybe a player on the Eagles was slow to get up on the Jets side, and now the Jets are set here on first down. Let's see if they just kneel on it or what they do. It's going to be kind of a weird situation because after this play, I'm sure they're going to run it and just get it to the 2-minute warning, at least at this point. So they hand it off up the middle. 2:04 remaining. That's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. Okay, so 31-28. Jets lead the way with 2 minutes remaining in the game, 31-28. The Jets up by 3. And when we come back from 2-minute warning, it'll be about a 2nd and 7 from about the 9-yard line for the Jets. Here we are, 2nd down and 5 from the 8. 2 minutes left. Jets lead the way, 31-28. Handoff up the middle. Not much there, and probably a loss of yards there. So it'll be 3rd down. Let's see if they call a timeout. Looks like the Eagles do call a timeout. So 1:54 left. We're going to have ourselves a 3rd down, and I guess you can say long. They got to get down to about the 3 or 4 yard line to get the first. And I think they're going to be marked at about the 11 or 12. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Excited to have you here. It's been a very eventful game, and excited you could all make it. Jets hoping to hold on here. as we now have about a 3rd and 9 from the 12-yard line. 1:54 left in the game. Jets lead 31-28. Jets hoping to put one last in the touchdown, make this game almost unreachable here for the Eagles. But there's still plenty of time on the clock. So looking for the end zone there. Has this guy who then makes a move to the outside, but then cuts back into the inside. I like the thought process, just didn't quite work out for him. So time is still ticking. It's down to 1:40 right now. 31-28 is the score, and I'm assuming the Jets are just going to let this time run out and maybe take a delay of game or call a timeout right before and then try to kick it through the uprights there to get a 6-point lead. So we'll see what they choose to do, but the time is still ticking. It looks like it just stopped. No, it didn't. So I'm seeing it at 1:16 now. You're going to call a timeout. And the clock stops with 1:02 remaining in the game. Jets call a timeout. They're up 31-28 with 1:02 left. And it's going to be 4th down and about 6 from the 8-yard line. So I'm sure they're going to kick a field goal here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, 4th down. Looks like they're lining up to go for it. 1:02 left. Lining up under center. Looks like they got him to jump. So 1:02 left in the game. They just drew him off sides. Now they're kind of doing another huddle on the sideline while the officials mark off the yardage. It looks like it's still going to be short of the first. And so that could mean everything. If they can just get a quick sneak in here, then maybe they'll get that 1st down, and this game is a wrap at that point. It's not quite sure what that yardage marker person's doing on the sideline there, but the down marker. Maybe just hasn't been told to move yet. No, they are. Okay, 1:02 left. Looks like it's 4th and about 1 or 1.5 for the Jets, and it looks like they are coming out to attempt a field goal here. So we'll see what they do. They do a fake, and it's a touchdown. That's a touchdown for the Jets. The holder just took it, grabbed it, and ran it all the way in. And this game's very close to a wrap. On the fake field goal there. Let's see if they call it. Did they call it a touchdown? I think they call it a touchdown. And there's a flag on the play. It looks like maybe excessive celebration or some unsportsmanlike conduct on one of the sides. I'm not sure. But we'll see what the call is here. The scoreboard says 37-28 with 58 seconds left. We'll see what happens after this. So dead ball, personal foul. Looks like we have it on the Eagles. Probably going to be assessed on the kickoff. So as I mentioned, the Eagles have had quite a few penalties today. Some may be questionable. Some are obvious. But definitely quite a few unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on the Eagles today. So not helping their case to try to stay in this game. Could have very well been the difference in this game is just keeping your composure no matter what. 38-28, the Jets looking to go up by 10 points here. on this point after touchdown. So that's up and good. 38-28 is the score right now, and the Eagles will be getting the ball back with under a minute left and no timeouts left. Jets up 38-28. So what a great way to close it out. I was about to say on that kickoff, or excuse me, on that field goal attempt, I was about to say, why would you go for the field goal or try to draw them off sides to get those yards if all you were doing was going for a field goal after that? I get it if your kicker maybe needs those extra few yards, but they were already pretty close. So even though they came out in field goal, I was still surprised on that they did the fake personally, but kind of makes a lot more sense on why they drew them off sides, just to make that a little bit easier to pull off and still get the first regardless. So fun play call there for the Jets. They're having a lot of fun there on the sideline as they lead 10 points here late in the game. And it looks like they will be kicking it off from the 50-yard line. So that unsportsmanlike penalty is being assessed here on the kickoff. 58 seconds left, and the score is 38-28. Jets leading. Hopefully the Jets can close them out here. And he kicks that one deep. And that one is not fieldable. So Eagles will get the ball back. 58 seconds remaining, and they will have 1st and 10. Let's see what they can do here with some time. They've done very well at moving the ball quickly and getting some yards. Jets have been doing really good lately of making the quarterback hurry. So some of these longer developing plays where maybe he needs an extra second or two to get that ball all the way down the field on some long passes. Jets have been doing a great job getting in the backfield, making him hurry and get through it. So we'll see if they keep bringing the heat, if they sit back a little bit more in prevent type defense. My anticipation will be that they do a little bit more prevent style here for a few plays. And then if they get any yards, then they will then start throwing the blitz. But looks like the linebackers are still lining up kind of shallow within 5 yards. So they could be bringing some blitz, 4-man defensive line front, 2 close to the center, 2 on the outside. Looks like the middle linebacker brought some blitz. Underneath pass there to the outside, trying to get out of bounds. Doesn't look like he's able to do it. Looks like, they do blow it dead. So the clock stopped, 49 seconds left in the game there. And they pick up about 7 or 8 yards on the play. So getting some quick yards quick, and he was able to get out of bounds to stop the clock. So bringing some heat again up the middle there. The Jets are relentless on that blitz, and quarterback's running right, throws it right over the middle, finds his guy, and he might be able to, he had a lot of green on this side, but he cuts back to where everybody else is and is brought down. So great big yards there, a lot of yards there for the Eagles. Time left is 35 seconds. So they're going to have a second or two until the ball gets set and the chains get reset in order for them to actually blow this play going. And it looks like the chain gang is being very slow walking down to the field. So I'm not sure if they're going to let them get going now or not. It looks like they are going to let it go. So here we go. First down, looking for the touchdown. It almost intercepted again. Wow. Devon Harvey has been there 3 or 4 different times where that ball's right there near him. And being a defender, obviously he's focused on making the defensive stop before anything else, but that one hit him in the arms again. So he's had a couple that have been right there. And I think maybe his focus hasn't been that, but more focusing on making the play after the catch, if that was the case. So it was a little bit overthrown. Defender didn't catch it. Here we are, 19 seconds left. He rolls to the right, finds his guy. I don't know. Was that interception? So it looks like he caught it. 14 seconds left in this game. It's getting pretty unreachable if they haven't put it in the touchdown yet, but not over yet. So it looks like they're calling it incomplete. 14 seconds left in the game. The Jets lead the way 38-28. And the Eagles are hoping to do something here with 14 seconds left as they sit at the 32-yard line here. A couple big plays got them down the field here, but there's only so much time in the game, and it's getting close to the end here. So might not be quite enough left in here if they can't put it in the touchdown on this play. He's obviously looking for the touchdown. Throws it over the middle and incomplete. So 10 seconds left. It's going to be 4th down and 10. 38-28 is the score. And yeah, 10 seconds left. 38-28. 4th down. So it's either get a first here or a touchdown or the game's over. And it's almost to the point if they don't score a touchdown on this play, it might be over. I don't know if there's going to be enough time to get an onside kick and then get in field goal range and kick a field goal. But I've seen a lot happen. Throwing it deep, has his guy. Ooh, nearly caught, but that brings up a turnover on downs. 5 seconds left, 38-28, and looks like this game is over. Besides the one kneel down here, the Jets take the victory here in Ogden at Ben Lomond High School. The Ogden Jets, 38-28. There is a penalty marker down, so we'll see. Probably some sort of unnecessary something. Oh, it's on the Jets this time. So I guess it was after the play. So the Jets got an unsportsmanlike penalty. And that's going to make it 1st and about 25 from their own 16-yard line. So I'm sure they're just going to kneel down. And there's a little bit of jaw jacking here between the players and the fans. So a lot of people running their mouth here right now. Looks like the game's over with that kneel down. So final score 38-28. Ogden Jets take the lead over the St. George Eagles here in Ogden, Utah. Big time special teams and defensive plays here for the Jets, and that get them going. And the offense was able to capitalize when it was needed most. But special teams, couple touchdowns there for special teams, can be at least 3 can be attributed there. One was on the kickoff, right before halftime where the Eagles were getting ready to kick off or kick that field goal. We're able to scoop score on the botched, snap there. So fumbled there. We picked it up, scoop scored. We also blocked a punt, got us right there in in touchdown range. We ended up pumping it in, getting the touchdown there. Then there, right at the very end of the game, the field goal unit was able to do a fake field goal and put it in the touchdown. A couple offensive touchdowns as well. And, a defensive touchdown too on the strip stack that turned into a scoop score. So great job for the Jets today. Found a way to win. It wasn't pretty necessarily by either team. The Eagles played a great game too. Just shot themselves in the foot a little bit with some penalties, and the final score here in Ogden, Utah was 38-28 as the Jets take the victory here. So thanks for tuning in. It's been nice having you all here. Thanks again. Jets take the lead, 38-28. Excuse me, take the win. A little extracurricular going on after the game. See both teams coming together at the end of the game. Looks like a moment of silence or some respect for each team. Always good to see. Always good to see. Anyway, that's the end for me. Again, thanks for tuning in. Go Jets.